Hello, chess family. It's me, National Master Jesse James, and today we're going to be talking about the San Antonio Chess Club Championship 2023. All right, it's that time of year again. It's in May, and well, I hope you can make it to the tournament, at least if you're a San Antonio resident. If not, check out a bonus game from this one goes all the way back to 2017 against one of the young players, at least at the time, a very strong chess player, Benjamin Romo. So if you want to check out that bonus game, you're more than welcome to stick around. With that being said, here we go, San Antonio Chess Club 2023. It's going to be over at the Complete Chess location. It's going to have 4 rounds. We're going to be starting at 6:30. It's going to be every Thursday of the month, which is pretty regular for us, which is going to be the 4th, 11th, 18th, and the 25th. Only $20 to play. It's going to be an under 1500 section. Then we have the champ section, and well, if you're able to win your section, you'll be able to get into the San Antonio City Championship 2023, which is going to be $3,600 of prizes, and well, you get to play for free, so very good chances. We already got a grandmaster playing. James Canty's going to be there. It should be a very, very fun time. With only $20 to play, I think it's quite a steal. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump over to the game. This is just a recap of a game I played many years ago. This one was against, like I said, young Benjamin Romo. And, well, I was playing the white pieces over here. And, well, we're going to go in for a very fun attack, the carries attack. Here we go. E4, C5. My young opponent was very, very aggressive. Knight F3, E6, the French Sicilian. D4, C takes, knight to F6, knight to C3. Everything pretty simple here. But when he plays pawn to D6, I was very, very happy to see here. This is the Scheveningen variation, and well, against this one, it's pretty much refuted, at least at the highest level. At this point, White has a very good win ratio of 44%, which is, well, anything above, I would say, like 35 to like, I'd say anything about 35, 37%. It's already just saying, you know what, this is a very good opening for White. They're winning more than a third of the time. So when you're in the 40% range, it's pretty much a refutation. With that being said, what do you play against it? The carries attack. Here we go. We go ahead and play pawn to G4. Looks like a strange move, but the idea is very simple. Here we're just going to push up our kingside pawns, and well, we're going to play bishop E3, queen D2, and then castle queenside. This is a very strong attack because you get a lot of kingside space, and you just are able to play to attack the knight. Notice that this does not get played in every variation because, well, typically you can only do it whenever the pawn goes to D6 and E6, which is the Scheveningen. If you tried it with, like, let's say the pawn on E7 after G4, well, the bishop or the knight could just take. So here we go. G4 got played. My young opponent, I'm not sure if he knew about this. He went ahead and did play one of the best moves. He played pawn to E5. And, well, this is pretty much forced. Knight to F5 gets played right here. And it makes a lot of sense. If your opponent goes ahead and takes, well, perfect. After bishop takes, G takes, I like this pawn structure. Computer's already given this a 1.8, which is basically 2 pawns up. And, well, yeah, I just like this variation. Got the open G file. And nothing's really stopped us with playing our bishop E3 or maybe bishop G5, queen D2 idea, and just castling queenside. There's some other variations that are much more aggressive, but unfortunately for him, he did not play it. Instead, he went ahead and played pawn to G6 here, which I was very happy to see. And a very easy move to play here, just knight to E3. Here I guard my G4 pawn, and here we see that the dark squares are getting weak over here on the king side. Also, there is a weak square in the center. What square is it? It's the D5 square. So that's one of the good parts about this move of knight to E3. It's already looking at the knight to D5 move. And here he gets into some quick trouble, and I'm actually able to get a very fast game out of this one. He went ahead and played knight C6 here, and here I found the nice idea of pawn to G5, just kicking the knight, and here unfortunately he went to the wrong square. He went ahead and went to knight to D7 here, and well, I was all but happy to play knight to B5. What's this move do? Well, it's putting pressure on the D6 pawn, which is going to be in check. This is a backwards pawn, so well, I'm just trying to take in check. The real idea was not even about the D6 pawn, it was actually about the C7 square. And because my opponent missed it, he went ahead and played knight to C5, white to move. What do you play here to get into a good winning position? All right, hopefully you push pause, try to figure it out. Here you just play knight to D5, and now the game is pretty much over. With the knight coming to D5, there's no stopping knight to C7 check, one of these ways, and also the knight to F6 check. I'm already at plus 2.7. Basically, I'm just up a whole extra piece here. He went ahead and played knight to E6 here, but that doesn't stop him from not castling. Knight to F6 check, king to E7, and bishop to e3. Here, you can go ahead and keep trying to attack your opponent with something like knight to d5 check, but here, remember, you need to bring in the reinforcements. So the idea is very simple. I'm going to go queen d2, and then I'm going to castle queenside and just continue my attack. He went ahead and played bishop g7 here, and after thinking for quite a while, I realized, you know what, this bishop is actually very important for the dark squares. So here I went ahead and played queen to d2. Try not to waste any time, and remember, whenever you're up in development and you're trying to attack your opponent, you should not be worried about sacrificing a pawn for the attack. Mind you, you must make sure that you're getting some kind of compensation for it. Here, I knew that I was going to be getting more development moves. My king was going to get safe. And also, well, remember I mentioned that dark squares are weak. He's going to be trading off one of his best defending pieces. So here, well, I just went ahead and did it. Here he took, king takes, and, well, I just castled queenside. I'm already guaranteed to win back the d6 pawn at my leisure. Here he went ahead and played king to e7. And, well, I went ahead and played pawn to f4. Yes, I could take the pawn on d6 here, but remember, when you have the lights or the bishop pair, you want to open up the position, especially because the king's in the center. Look for pawn trade. So f4 was a very fundamental move here that just worked out very well in the game. Here he played knight to d4. He was already feeling the stress, so he's trying to go ahead and make some trades to take away my attacking pieces. Well, free money is free money, and it also does help out with my attack. So takes. And then to my surprise, he did not take my bishop, but he went ahead and played rook to e8. This dark square bishop is so important that I went ahead and played bishop c3, just because, well, look at all these dark square weaknesses. I was very, very happy to keep this bishop. Although computer did point out maybe something like bishop g7 is also another good try here, taking up the dark squares and not letting the king run away. All right, back to the game. Bishop to c3. Here we went ahead and played bishop to g4, developing with the threat, attacking the rook. Yes, you could play something like bishop to e2, but remember, you want to keep your pieces on the board to attack. So here, well, it actually helped me out. My rook went to e1, which is now x-raying, attacking the king over here on e7. Here he went ahead and played king f8, and, well, I went ahead and played rook to g1. Remember, undefended bishop here, developed with the threat. Here we played bishop f3, and, well, I'll go ahead and give it to you. White to move. Spur on your attack. Hint, do not be afraid to gambit a pawn or give it away to get good attacking chances. All right. Well, hopefully you push pause, tried to figure it out. What was the move here? Here you get the exciting move of pawn to f5. This is now +7 or +8 in this position. Here, do not worry about the pawn here on e4. The whole idea of f5 is a clearance sacrifice. We're trying to bring the queen in to attack on the king. Okay, well, he went ahead and got greedy. He played rook takes on e4 and queen to h6 check. King over to e8, and now simple chess, develop with the threat, bishop to d3. Yes, you're more than welcome to play rook takes on e4, bishop takes on e4, but here you kind of lose the tempos, at least for your bishop. Again, this is still just winning, but definitely developing with the threat of bishop to d3 was the best move. Notice that it attacks the rook, and the rook has nothing better than to just trade off. After the trade, though, as you can see, well, it just brings in my extra reinforcements. King to d7, and then here I was able to calculate a winning idea. Here, feel free to push pause if you want to find out the final resource here. And I'll give you one more hint. Here we go. It is the bishop on f3 unprotected. All right, hopefully you try to take a look at it. What do you play? F takes on g6. What was the idea? Well, here it's a double attack. Here I have the idea of f takes on g6, threatening, well, to take on h7. And then as you can see here, I'll just be making an extra queen. And also I threatened queen to h3 check, attacking the king and the undefended bishop. Yeah, at this point, there really just was no good moves. He went ahead and took. I played queen h3 check, pawn over to f5, queen takes on f3, queen to h4, queen to e2. The queen was attacking the rook. And he played a check here. I played king b1. And then at this point, he just went ahead and resigned as, well, he's down material. And with these beautiful bishops and the queen and rook all looking good here, it should be a very easy win for the rest of the game. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I do hope to see you at the 2023 San Antonio Chess Club Championships. And don't forget to give us a like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.